Welcome back to No Budget DIY. Sorry about the clickbait in the description, but I had a friend send me a message saying, why are you building a guitar kit using all the crap parts that come with the cheap guitar kit when your channel is supposed to be about no budget, do it yourself? And I said, yep, I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't use those tuners that wouldn't turn. The only thing I'm going to use on the hardware that came with this kit is the bridge post and the tailpiece post and the bridge and the tailpiece. They look great. They look to me as good as the Tone Pro. I'll check them out. I'll see how they look. Maybe they need to be upgraded as well. So anyway, I just wanted to show you how crappy this grain is as well. I mean, this is definitely a B quality body. Is definitely not an A quality. Anyway, the grain, I sanded back to black. Here, I'll show you. I sanded back to black. And I also saw these great big gouges again where the wood just like stressed out when they bent it or glued it or vacuum pressed it. So, excuse me, I used some Aqua Quote. I can't say this word. Aqua Coat grain filler versus the StewMac grain filler. StewMac says tint your body first or tint your wood first, then apply their grain filler over that. Aqua Coat says you can stain it before or after. And I put a little bit on here on the top of where the stress cracks are, and I'm letting that dry up. Again, I've already sanded back the black as best and as much as I dare without sanding through it, but once again, this grain is just not the prettiest. Thanks for watching, thanks for liking, thanks for subscribing, and I'll see you back here in a minute. Okay, I'm back with you. I got some alcohol here, and I got my blue stain, my amber, vintage amber, and my yellow stain here. I mixed them up in some jars now. The yellow has the orange tape on it, the amber has the brown tape on it, and blue is blue.
Now, as you see, the red shoe picks up red. The blue picks up blue. Blue picks up the blue.
And I'm going to go ahead and apply the yellow to about where the bridge is, because that's where, or where the tailpiece is, because that's where I want it to like change into the blue-green color as I go. So I'm going to get another piece of napkin here. I'll just throw those one over there. Okay, so I'm going to lay the yellow down first, and then we'll put some amber on, and then after we put the amber on, we'll put the blue on. So I'm going to start with yellow here. And again, I don't know, this grain is really kind of ugly, but we're going to give it a shot here anyway and see what it looks like. Okay, that looks pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and probably put another coat of yellow on there in a minute, but I'm going to switch now to the amber. And the amber, I'm going to start about here and only go back to there. So let's see how that does. Okay, now, and as I want that to be green, I'm going to go ahead and do the blue now. Okay, since the grain is really, for flame maple, it's really ugly grain. This is definitely B stock or even C stock wood. But I've got it blue on the bottom, going up into yellow at the top, with blending a little bit of green here. It will look a lot more amazing once I scrape the binding, and also scrape the binding around the F-holes, and of course get some sort of gloss on here. It will definitely change the appearance, and I'm going to leave it like that. It's going to just be blue up into kind of an ugly yellow. But again, it will change a lot once we put the clear on it. Okay, I will bring you guys back once we're ready to scrape the binding and tape off the sides, and maybe put a little clear on the top here, just so we can seal it off, and then we'll come back and work on the sides and the back and the neck. All right, again, we got new hardware coming. This is kind of like what my burst is gonna look like, or my fade job is gonna look like. The colors look pretty good from a distance, so all right. Anyway, so this is the GuitarKitWorld Hollow Body, and we'll go ahead and clean off this binding, clean up the binding around the F-holes, and get some clear shot on it, and that way we can go ahead and tape it off and work on the sides. Okay, I'll bring you back in a few when we're ready to do that. Okay, welcome back. I did scrape the binding, and I shot a light clear, a couple of coats of clear onto the body to just kind of seal it. And again, I did already scrape the binding on the F-holes and on the body, and this is how it's looking now, which is pretty cool. Really pleased with how it's looking. And I did want to say that the Benedetto neck block that I did, and I tried to use that, it didn't do anything. This binding scraper that he came up with is a little blade that you basically can adjust the blade for the depth that you want to cut your binding, and you line it up on your guitar and adjust it and do this, and then use this to basically scrape around the binding without having to worry about, am I going in too deep, am I not far enough out, is it level, and it does all these little cool curlies, and it just it made scraping the binding actually pleasurable compared to taking a razor blade and trying to cut around the edge. The F-holes are a little more challenging, and I actually used the back end of this scraper to go ahead and scrape around it. But it's looking good. And the last thing, I ordered a piece of flamed maple for the headstock, because I am going to match the body on the headstock. So I'm going to put a piece of flame maple there, and then I'm going to go ahead and stain it the same theme as I did the body here. Okay, this is ready to either start on the back or start on the sides in the back, and mask this up on the top, or I can actually sand back some of this clear and start getting it closer to actual finish. Again, I'll probably do that in the next episode. Again, the binding scraping went real well, and the grain, even though it's kind of funny looking, with this color on it here, it looks really kind of cool. So again, I'm not gonna complain about that, and I'm actually, the reason why I'm gonna do the hardware upgrade on it is because this is gonna come out to be a pretty damn cool looking guitar when it's done. Alrighty, again, if you like what we're doing, like, share, subscribe. This is no budget DIY. Got a lot of work left still to do on this one here, as well as on the Explorer and the Dimebag. Some more videos coming. Hope you enjoy. I sure am having fun making it. Again, this Benedetto scraper for the binding. It's solid brass. It's heavy. I actually bought like 3 extra blades, so I'm just not really sure how I sharpen the blade yet, but I'll get into that later. Right now, it did an excellent job of doing the binding. All right, I'll see you guys on the next episode.